So in this video, we're going to learn how to add a text to an existing path. So we're going to go ahead and click on Window, and we want to look for Paths. Click on that, and it's going to show you the Path tab where the layers usually are. And you'll see that layers is still there, but we are now switching to Paths panel. And then you'll see that you have a speech path right here. So you're going to click on that, and you can see that there is a little wavy path by the model's mouth. So we're going to click on the type tool, make sure it's set to horizontal. Now this is the tricky part because we're going to be using this path to add our text. So when you hover your mouse, see how it turns from a regular type tool to this little wave. So the way that this works is we're going to click at the far end. Hopefully this works. If not, we can go back and alter it. So we're going to click here, and if we type something, it is not working. Okay, let me undo it. I forgot that we need to right align. So let me go to my history right here, and let me see if I can go back. Nope. Effects, type layer. Okay, let me delete this. Okay, select this path. Okay, before I do anything, I need to switch this to a left align right here, and then go here and then click. There we go. Okay, it wasn't showing before because I was still center aligned from when we were doing the digital text. So if that happens, just delete the extra layer that it created. So now on this one, we're going to be adjusting. So don't worry, this is just the dummy text that it creates. We're gonna go to Window, Character, so that we open our options. So we're going to switch our text or our font to a myriad if you are not already on that. So make sure it's a myriad font. That way we keep it matching with the digital text we created. It needs to be cohesive. The font style needs to be regular. So we're not going to do bold. We're going to switch to regular. Our font size needs to be at 14, so we can either click and drag this all the way down, or you can simply type in 14. And then our tracking needs to be a -10. So if you remember, tracking is the space between all the letters. So this needs to be a -10 right there. And then the color needs to be white. So I just clicked on this box right here. And then we want to make it on all caps. So if you look at all these letter T's, if you hover over them, it tells you what it does. This one gives it a faux bold look. This one gives it a faux italic. This one's the all caps. This is the one we need. This makes it so that you don't have to retype the entire sentence or paragraph. You just click on all caps. And then we're going to make sure that this is highlighted because we are going to type in what's new with games? Question mark. And you can double click and it highlights all of it. So if you're struggling and if it's not showing up in the correct spot, there is a way to move this. Let's see if I remember. Is it path selection tool? Yeah, okay. I don't know if we go over this in another chapter. Okay, so if you are struggling with how this is showing up and yours is maybe like not fully in view or it's getting cut off, It might be whenever you created the text, make sure that it's left aligned. Make sure that you clicked in the very beginning somewhere here, but you can always switch to this arrow here and click path selection. And when you hover, you can see that little arrow. If you click and drag, it actually moves the text around. So that's this one. For me, mine's doing okay. And then the word games, so I'm going to switch back to my text tool because I need to highlight games. And I need to change it to bold. So let's go here, change that to bold. And click here. So that's our first path text. Now we are going to switch back to the layers, and you'll see that now we have this new text right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just duplicate that layer. So we're gonna right click, duplicate. I don't know if it did it. Oh, whoops, that's why this popped up. So we're gonna click OK. Okay, now here's the copy. We're gonna switch to our move tool so that we can move that copy down. And then we're going to, instead of games, so I'm gonna switch back to my type tool. Instead of games, we want to highlight this and we're gonna put music. What's new with music? And then we're going to actually rotate this a little bit. So we're gonna choose edit. And then let's see, free transform, or see how it's Command T, that's a shortcut. And then we're going to rotate it. So see the arrows that have the curve? If you click and drag, we're gonna drag it about 15 degrees, right about there. And then click enter. And then if we switch to our move tool, we can move it somewhere here. Maybe a little higher. We can use the arrows to be more precise. So I'm using the arrows on my keyboard. Right there. And then we're gonna do the same thing for the third one. So right click, duplicate layer, click OK, move it down, switch to text and highlight music. Whoops, oh, yep. And then what's new with, and then we're gonna switch it to phones. Ooh, and see how that got cut off? So we're gonna switch to our path selection. And let's see if I can move this right there. Alright, that works. And then we can switch back to our move tool, move this, and then let's do Command T. And then let's rotate this right here. And then another 15 degrees. Negative 15 actually. Somewhere here. Click our move tool, move this somewhere here. I'm gonna move the music one a bit. Right there. Alright, let's save our progress. Alright, so this next part, we're gonna zoom in. So let's go ahead and do either Command plus to zoom in, or we can do this one right here. And then we can hold spacebar and then click and drag if we need to. So we're gonna be warping some of the text here to kind of make it more flowy. So to do that, we're going to, let's start with what's new with games. So select that layer. And for this, you're gonna have to hold down the Control button on your keyboard. So do Control, and then, is it click or right click? Let's try. think, yeah, just do control click on the layer, and we're gonna select warp text. So this little pop-up will show up, and we want to switch this to okay, the book wants us to do wave. So wave, see how it's affecting the games because we selected games. And then we want to do a bend plus 33% bend. Horizontal distortion needs to be at minus 23. And vertical distortion at plus 5. And click OK. So see how that made it more wavy and interesting. So let's do that for the other ones as well. So again, control click and then warp text. And let's do same thing, wave, and it was plus 33, minus 23, and plus 5. Whoops, too much. Click OK, and then the next one, same thing. Control click, warp text, go to wave, okay, plus 33, minus 23, and plus 5. Alright, there you go. So now we can view, fit screen. We got our warped and text that's following a path. Let's save this, and in the next video we will focus on adding the text that's on the right side of this now magazine cover, because that's pretty much what this is.